Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to understand the LeetCode problem number 3761. It's a minimum absolute distance between mirror pairs. So what we have given is, we have given an array, right? It's an integer array nums, we can say that. And it is saying that a mirror pair is a pair of indices I and j. So whenever we want to create a pair, means we have to take two indices, right? And we can say that indices contains two elements, and that two elements combination is called pair, right? So what is saying that if we take two indices I and j such a way that I should be less than j and both should be greater than or equal to 0 and less than nums dot length, means it should be between the array bounds, right? Now it is saying that reverse nums at I, it should be equal to nums at j, means if we'll take the element and we'll take, let's suppose the element at index I, and we'll take that and we'll find the reverse, right? Reverse of the nums at I element, and if it is equal to nums at j element, right, means we very first we have to reverse this number, right? After reversing the digits, let's suppose called x element, which is at nums at I, we can say, and if it is nums at j, it means we can say that we have to take the reverse, right? We reverse 120. Let's suppose reverse 120 is, well, how much is 21. So basically it is saying the leading zeros are omitted after reversing, so 120 will become 21. Okay, now it is saying that the return the minimum absolute distance between the two indices of any mirror pair. The absolute distance between them, let's suppose for the indices I and j, is absolute of I minus j. Absolute is, if we'll take the I minus j, it may give you the negative value, and if you take the absolute, it will become positive value. So if there is no mirror elements, just you do return -1. This is what we have given. So example is very good. You can understand by yourself also. You can pause and go through. So let me explain. So the very first it is saying that this is your nums we have given, and nums is an array, right? It's kind of array element. So let's suppose we'll take two pair. So the very first is at index 0 and index 1. So I is in this case 0 and j is in this case is 1, right? If we take the reverse of nums at 0, which is the reverse of 12, we can say, and if we take the reverse of 12, which is 21, which is already at index j, right? So it is equal, we can say that, right? So if it is equal to j, means we know that this is our I and j, and we got the pair. So if you take the distance, right, the absolute value, so 0 minus 1 is, it will give you 1. Similarly, if we check for the index j, I is 2 and j is 4, so it means we are talking about the 45 and 54 as an element. So if we take the reverse, it matches the value, and so we'll take the absolute difference, we'll get 2, which is the distance. Now there is two absolute value we have found, the absolute distance we have found when we find the mirror pairs 0, 1 and 2, 4. In this case we got two things, so which is the smallest one, 1 or 2. So we'll check the absolute distance, which is minimum, that we will return as our answer, and that becomes our answer. I hope you understand clearly. Let me tell you how will you explain and how will you try to approach this problem in the interview, right? So very first thing, you have observed that there can be many pairs, right? So if there is many pairs are there, right, you need to track the minimum absolute value, right? So over the array, if we'll take the two pointers, let's suppose the pointer first, it will call let's suppose slow, in the case of slow and fast we can say, or I and j we can say, right? So the I will stay there, we can say the slow pointer, and the fast pointer will move for the one scan. So it means in one scan on the array, what you need to do is you will check what is a slow. Let's suppose the slow you will put it here, right? Fast will move, and it will check where is the reverse of that element, right? Matches. So if you very first, you will take 12, you will at index slow, and fast will keep track and find the reverse of this, right? That we can say that, or either you can convert first the reverse, and then you will check, okay, what is the reverse of 12? Reverse to 12 is 21, so you will check on the array through the fast pointer, right? That you can do, or I or j we can say that, right? And we know that there can be many pairs like this, there can be many pairs, right? So we have to track the minimum. So you can take on a variable, and that you can find the absolute minimum difference, you have to track and you have to return it, okay, for over the all pairs. Let me tell you how I have solved, so you'll understand. Okay, the very first, let me go to the code first. Okay, so we know that this is our function we have, where we have nums, right? And we have created another function that is called the get reverse function. So if you pass any number, it will return you this value. So let me explain here. The very first thing that we have to take a map, right? Why we will take the map? Because we want to store a value like in the key and value pairs, right? And then I told you that we will take a mean difference variable, right? Minimum distance variable. We'll start from the max value of the integer. You can say positive integer, because we want to store the minimum value, so we have to start with the max value, right? And we will iterate over the loop of the one scan, and then we'll track the mean distance over all the pairs. So very first we need to find the pairs. So let's go to the loop so we can understand. Okay, the very first thing that we will scan over the array, right? And we'll find one element, and this element is nothing but our x, right? Or nums, we can say that. So we'll check this number is on the array or not. If it contains, right, means we will do what? We will check that what is the reverse of this value, right? So what we need, we will check the current match reverse of some previous numbers. Let's suppose that we have mean distance we have, right? And we'll check math.mean. So minimum value we have to find. This is your current value of the max that we have take a positive infinity at line number 4, right? As you can see. And then again we'll take I minus map.getNums. So map.getNums we will do. It means we have already added the value on the map, so we'll get that number index. So it will map.getNums will pass, means we will get the index value, because we want to store the value, and the, as you can see here, right, we want to store on the map as a its reverse and I, right? Reverse value and I. So basically we want to store the current reverse of current value and its index. So when we'll pass the reverse value, right, we'll get some index, right? So what we need to do is we'll do the mean difference math.mean, and we'll update we will track the mean difference. And otherwise, if condition is completed, we'll keep storing on the map, right? And we know how to do the reverse. It means we will iterate over the whole array, right? And we'll find our we will track our mean distance. Now we'll check if mean distance is still the positive infinity that from where we have initialized. It means we have not found any pair. In that case, we will return -1. Otherwise, we will return the mean difference, right? Whatever the mean difference will be there. Okay, and that will be our result. I hope till now you have understood clearly. There is no big rocket science, and you will understand clearly. Okay, so this is what we have. You can pause it and you can understand. You can take a snapshot. Let's track to the get reverse. In the get reverse, we know that if the nums we have given, so we'll iterate over the number, we'll get one by one number, right? Very first we'll take the digit, one by one digit we'll take, and we'll keep dividing the number. So each digit will keep updating on the reverse, and will return the reverse like this. So very first we will multiply with the reverse, right? And then we'll take the modulo, and we'll keep updating the reverse, right? Until the nums not becomes 0, we have to take one by one character, and we have to reverse it. Okay, this is what we have done, guys. And if you have any doubt, please ping me in the comment box, and we'll begin from there, right? Any doubts, please must write in the comment section. But if you are at ExpertFunda, you are new, please subscribe this channel, share with your friends, and share this video with your friends so they can also get the benefit. And that's all I have in this video. Keep supporting ExpertFunda. Thank you. Bye bye.